I turned a one-time brand deal, one video, into a monthly retainer of over 5 figures. Same brand, one email thread. Now, most creators either lose the deal entirely or they underperform and never hear from the brand again. They deliver the work and then they go back to hunting for more deals when you could just have a consistent income every month. And there's a move that is very obvious that nobody's taking advantage of. For a little bit of context, the #1 creator income issue is not finding deals, unless you've burned all the bridges in your industry. It's having consistent income, reliable income, keeping the brand deal. Starting from zero is not a business. It's freelance chaos, especially for your mind. The brand already paid you. If you delivered on time, if you made the experience flawless, if you delivered or over-delivered, the brand knows and trusts you already. They'll pay you again. That momentum is quite literally worth 10 times more than what you charged. Half of the time, brands and creators on both sides are getting burned. If you guys had a qualitative relationship and that transaction went well, you need to double down on that. Let's be exact with what I was able to accomplish here. I vibe coded an app for my community and my UGC. I used Lovable, right? I had already made it. I had already had a great experience. I actually made a video documenting exactly what I was trying to accomplish here on YouTube. And they saw that. And I also went straight to their marketing director and I said, hey, this is what I did. I see that you're on Reddit actively looking for people to put on monthly retainer to create content in UGC for you. Could we do this? They said, fuck yeah, we can do this. It was $3,000 up front for the first month. I created 10 pieces of content. But after that, they said, we want to pay you every single month. And this turned into a multi-5-figure brand deal for me. After the very first month was completed, I sent them a Google Sheet with organized ad codes, the video, what the topic was. I said, hey, all the deliverables are complete. They sent the rest of the payment. I followed up 48 hours later. I said, hey, did you guys get everything? Hope you're happy with everything. If everything was great, I saw a lot of great conversions on my end, but if you guys also agree, I would love to do this on a monthly rolling basis to bring you consistent clients, consistent customers, and consistent new quality content. Guess what they said? Fuck yeah, let's do it. It turned into a multi-5-figure deal for me because every single month I was getting paid more and more on top of CPM, on top of bonuses, on top of the fact I knew what I was going to make next month, which gives me the ultimate creative freedom to fucking relax and continue to create. That is what most creators are missing. So let's talk about why the post-delivery window is quite literally the most important part, okay? Right after you deliver quality work is the warmest the brand is ever going to be with you. They just paid you. They have seen what you've done, especially if they didn't ask for any revisions or if they did and you immediately did it without hesitation. They know what you're capable of. They trust you. So take advantage of that. 48 hours after your full delivery is the content window and the warm window you need to hit. After a week, they're probably moved on to the next creator. Or in the SaaS and the tech industry, marketing directors and people churn very quickly and they're probably not going to remember you or your numbers or the experience. Most creators miss this because they're already chasing the next deal. In the over-delivery method, I don't know how much I can exaggerate this. Brands love this. I have done this several times. Specific one video, there was a nootropic company. They wanted me to make a video and a picture. I take lots of pictures so that I can get different angles and get different adjustments. I delivered the video and I gave them a ton of pictures and I said, have at it. Post on your Instagram, post on your website. They fucking loved it. And they actually wanted to work with me more. They already got more out of the one deal. But I was like, yeah, let's continue this. This is a great experience and I love your product. If it's not going to kill you, deliver more than what was agreed upon. Faster than what was agreed upon. Better than what you agreed on. An extra take, an extra variation, an extra image, an extra hook that they can use. And just lead with it when you deliver the work. Be like, hey, I added a couple extra pieces of content. I wanted you guys to have some options and have some freedom. So have at it. That moment of over delivery opens the door for a retainer conversation. In the retainer email, brand's name and a thought. The very specific experience that I had really landed and resonated with me, and I felt that while making the content. And I'm sure your audience did too. It was exactly how I hoped. Next line, I would love to make this a recurring relationship. Most of my partnerships run on a monthly retainer for the best conversions, consistency, and also people get used to seeing my face, so they trust it more. However many videos for this much a month. For whatever price. And this will actually keep your content pipeline full every single month without having to go back to a different brief every single month, and consistent income. Arguably is very important in this field. And close out with a question. Is this something that would be useful for your team and your company in this campaign? Keep it short, specific, Not desperate, let them say yes. They get reliability, but at the end of the day, you're probably shooting all the videos at one time and editing them, and then boom, you just have that payment for the month. Also, lock in the usage rights for the remaining of that period, whether it's 180 days, 30 days, 90 days. Make sure you do that. That's a completely separate charge, by the way. Do not leave that on the table. Do not leave that out. And before you shoot anything or do anything, get all of this in writing. That's very important. Contract, not verbal. The long-term play here is a retainer. If you have one retainer client for $2,000 to $3,000 a month, that quite literally changes your entire financial situation and foundation for your creator business. 3 retainer clients is $6,000 to $9,000 a month. And by the way, we're talking about 4 videos. If you do 4 for 3 companies, that's 12 videos a month, making you $10,000 a month. Think about it. And this is baseline before you touch any new businesses. And also remember that retainers produce better content. You get to know the brand better, you get to know the voice better, you get to perfect the content. Quality is just going to keep going up at this point. This is how you stop living launch to launch, week to week, brand to brand. This is how you create consistency and a very good relationship that can be long lasting. And by the way, this is not the finish line. This is the starting line if you build your content creation business properly. If you build your relationship and your networks properly. One conversation, 48 hours worth of delivery is quite literally more than 5,000 pitches will ever do for you. Most creators skip this because they don't know it exists, and now you do. And I just gave you the full sequence. If you found this video to be helpful, or if you learned something new, please subscribe. It helps me continue to produce videos like this for you every single week. Find the deal, lock it in, get that retainer, bro. That is the whole game. And if you want to see that creator marketplace I told you about, where you can find 5 sites, 5 places where you can find warm brand deals every single month and get it within 24 to 48 hours, check out this video right here.